Is it recording? Yeah. So.
Yeah, thanks, man, for doing this. This is.
Yeah.
So just for like purposes of people out there and because for what happened, if you can just go over what happened exactly.
Well, like.
That'd be great.
Like I was over at Beaver's. Well, I think I should call him by his actual name, just out of like respect. You know, he's gone now. So his actual name was Miles. I was at his house and we were just playing soccer like we do every like we do a couple times a week, and he kicked the ball over the fence. It happens all the time, but it never kicks onto this old road that he had in his backyard.
Right.
Goes on some other side, but like I jumped over the fence and I said I'd get it because, you know, it's just something I'll do. And like as soon as I jumped over the fence, I thought it was just gonna be right there. He didn't kick it that high or anything, and like it wasn't there.
Right.
And so like I started walking down.
You want some water?
Yeah, thank you. And so I was walking down the road, and like it was just this old burnt down.
Like is that by your house there?
No, it's like by Miles' house. Miles's house.
Well, you live
It's
by.
well, yeah, I live relatively close to him, but not.
I mean, I'm just wondering if we're on the same track here, cause.
Yeah, like it's the road directly behind his house.
Oh, that road.
Yeah, the one with like the old
Right.
abandoned houses and stuff, and like have you ever seen the burnt down one?
Mhm.
It's like right down. Well, like I went down and I saw a soccer ball like just inside the door of like that burnt house.
Right.
And like I walked in and I just wanted to, you know, pick it up, get out, jump back over the fence, but I was like fascinated with the house. Like it was burnt down.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing anything about a fire.
Well, I've seen it.
Or anything. Yeah, but so there was holes in the wall, and then I just saw like baby blue, and I looked over and there was one room that was completely untouched by everything. And sorry. Yeah. So like.
Well, yeah.
What was in the room?
Like.
Well, like. It looked like a child's room.
Like pristine, perfect, untouched.
Yeah.
But the rest of the house was burnt.
The rest of the house was burnt except for this one room. And it had baby toys, like old wooden ones, nothing plastic. And there was like the crib. And I looked inside the crib and I saw this like baby doll, and it was like it made me feel warm.
Well,
until I like picked it up and I flipped it over, and it like his face was horrifying.
Well, what was wrong with the face?
Well, its mouth was like, it looked like it had been ripped open. It looked like charcoal shoved in its mouth, but there was like no traces of charcoal, and its eyes had been like burned out. God. Yeah, it just. Even the fact that someone would do that to a doll.
Oh god.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So the room was fine, and you see a freaky doll in a crib.
Yeah, and then I kept on hearing this crackling sound, like someone was pushing against glass or something. And then I looked up to the window, and there was just this like man there, and his hand was up against the window.
Like, what did he? Like, did he just normal, or like did he just appear to be normal, or was he?
Not at all. He looked similar to the doll's face. He had no nose. None. Like there was no traces of there ever being one.
Not like nostrils or anything. Just
nothing.
Blank.
Nothing. Didn't even look like he was breathing. There was just And his
Wait, okay,
mouth-
so his face was just blank, or what?
No, it had a mouth, I think. It was just like this giant gaping hole.
What?
This huge hole, and it looked like it was open, but like you couldn't honestly tell. You couldn't tell that there was even a mouth there to begin with. So I don't know if
Did it have the eyes and everything like the doll did?
yeah,
Just
like they
burnt
look
out?
burnt out.
Did they look like they used to have an eye in there, or is it just, like empty inside?
It looked empty, but you could still kind of see that there might have been something.
Well, maybe there's a mask.
Could have
couldn't
been
been.
somebody playing tricks on you.
It
How do you know?
positive it's not.
And
Someone would not go that far.
Did you seriously like see something that was? Could you feel like you could put your hand in his mouth or something, or like seriously, was it a mask?
It did not look like a mask at all.
Okay,
It was wrinkly. It had wrinkles. It looked like
Just-
like an old guy.
so let's say you did
Oh, right,
go
you
into
have
this
a
house,
nose.
and so you're positive that this was physically there. This isn't just something you saw.
Positive. It is burnt into my brain. I can't think of anything else when I go to sleep. Like, I started going to bed at like 7 o'clock, and I can't get to sleep until midnight or later. I can't stop thinking about it. And I keep on seeing a doll everywhere, and every time I take a picture, the picture is screwed up. It's usually just blurry, so I think, oh, maybe it's something wrong with my
Yeah,
camera. But it's
yeah.
every single camera. Like,
Do you take other pictures? Like
Like,
pictures of, like
wait, what are you taking pictures of?
just pictures of me, pictures of anything. I've taken pictures of other people, tried to take a family picture, couldn't.
So basically anything.
You just got a lot of faulty cameras?
Like you and. So anything that you say you try to take a picture of yourself, you, your family, you know, it's, and camera just totally flips out and.
It doesn't seem like it flips out. Like, takes the picture fine, you're like, oh, okay, it's a good picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to look at it, and it's just blurry. Mainly the people's faces are just blurred out. Like, everything's blurry, but it just looks like those have been, like, seriously.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's
And, like,
weird.
as soon as I saw him, I looked at him for a few seconds, and I felt like I couldn't anymore. So I just started running, like, as fast as I could. Out, I jumped the fence, and
Did you take anything from the house? Was there anything else in the house, or did you
I-
go straight to the blue
you-
room?
well, I really don't remember anything about the house.
Do you remember looking away and running?
I remember walking out the door. I remember going out the door.
So
and
wait, so
running.
you tell me that like anything could have happened between you last seeing him and walking outside of that house?
Yeah. I remember turning around and I felt like I was running. Like, it almost seemed like I blacked out, but I could still feel everything. I could hear everything. I could feel everything. I could still smell the charcoal. But all I remember is as soon as my foot gets out that door, and I just started running as fast as I could. And
You smelled charcoal?
well, yeah, it was a burnt down house.
Oh, right.
And
I was just thinking, like, maybe if it is a mask, maybe they use charcoal for the eyes and stuff.
they couldn't have. It was deep. It looked deep. Like,
Yeah. That's weird.
well, is it alright if I just go to the washroom?
Yeah.
It's just down the hall there.
Yeah.
around the corner there.
Do you think we're pushing him?
Well, I think you wanted to talk about it.
Why like
God.
why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? Well, you wanted to talk about it, right? And I mean, today was supposed to be a good day, but
Yeah.
But-
He didn't really seem to be having fun at all.
well, I know he's been having a really tough time, and I mean, Miles was a good friend of ours and everything, so. I mean, it's been hard on all of us, but I mean, this thing is just taking him over, right? So, I mean, we gotta support him.
Sorry about
No. understand.
Shot.
That's fine.
Um,
Let's cut that out.
yeah. So.
So what what happened after?
Well,
Like,
like I
after
got there
Miles.
and Miles was just, he was just curious on what happened. Like he didn't seem scared or anything. He didn't seem worried. He just said, "Oh, I want to see this guy. I want to see the house. I want to see it." And so like, I wasn't thinking. I was freaked out. So I just, and like I looked down at my hand and I still had the doll in my hand.
Wait, so
So you did take something. You took the doll.
I did take the doll.
but you remember
Were you
picking
aware
it
of it?
I remember picking it up.
and looking at it, and then
And then all I can remember is looking at the guy and then stepping foot outside the door and running. I don't remember having the doll in my hand, but I just remember giving him the doll and getting out, like, getting home as fast as I could.
Right.
So, like, after when I got home, it was late-ish. It was around 7. I
Right.
felt really tired. So I just went straight to bed, and I was just laying, I was looking up at the ceiling, and it didn't take me long at all to get to sleep. When usually I see something that's remotely freaky, like I saw a dead cat on the road, like really far away once, and it took me like 2 hours to get to sleep.
what?
And after this, like within a minute, I
You
was
have, like,
out.
Some kind of traumatizing child
Like
thing or something?
yeah, growing up has it been harsh or just did you just live like
Afraid of dead things?
No, like, well, I've always been kind of disturbed easily, but nothing has happened like this. Nothing. Nothing can even compare to this.
Okay, so you went to sleep and then what after that? You just went to sleep, woke up the next morning, or
Was everything
Yeah,
fine
well-
the next day?
I remember my mom waking me up. It was nighttime. It was pitch black. You couldn't.
oh
And- Like I woke up to my mom screaming for me to get in the car. She wouldn't tell me anything. She just told me, get in the car.
Right.
And that is pretty much it. She just told me get in the car. I just jumped in the car. We drove straight to Beaver's house. So I knew something was up. And I went inside, upstairs, looked out the window into the backyard, and that house that I was in, it was on fire. Like it wasn't just kind of like a little flame. It was huge.
But you
fire.
said it already looked like it's been on fire?
well, yeah,
It already looked
it's already been on fire. You can't relight that.
It didn't
It was-
collapse?
No.
It was just
So
burning.
okay, so you tell me that this house that's already been burnt down, almost smoldered to ash, is now still on fire.
It just started on fire.
Do you know what
again.
happened after? Like, did it finally collapse, or is it still fine today?
I don't know. I haven't went back. I haven't gone even close to Beaver's house because
'Cause I didn't hear anything about it.
there's no point.
You're not
Well, you kind
ever
of.
gotten curious? Like,
Well, yeah, like I mean, who was that guy?
Of course I'm curious, but I'm not gonna go back there. What happens if that happens to me? What happens if my eyes get out?
Wait, what happened to him?
Oh,
'Cause all I heard is he got rushed to the hospital.
well, I went down to the backyard so I can kind of get a better look, and I saw this stretcher with Miles on it, and there was paramedics all around. They were all like running back and forth to like get like medical equipment.
Wait, what?
And
What did he look like?
I just went in for a quick second and I looked and I could see his like from here up, and his face was fine, but like there's a bandage around his eyes, and I saw a lot of blood. I saw a lot of blood around the top half of his face, just mainly around the top half.
so maybe his eyes were removed? Is it-
I'm not really comfortable.
Like any other markings? Any other? Oh,
I don't
well,
remember. I don't really.
Okay. Okay.
We could
I can.
end this if you want.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
Well, I
have to
thought
talk
this
about
was
this
just gonna
again.
be a fun night.
Yeah,
Your guys'
I'm
house.
sorry. I thought you wanted to. I mean, there's been people, wondering.
You looked
so-
worried all day, man.
All right, so
Yeah, we're done.
I'll take the camera downstairs. Right? Yeah. 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 You turn it off.